Okay, we're going to switch this up and we're going to switch to a physical book. So I bought this book. Actually, didn't buy this book. It was gifted to me by the author, Dele Ogun. I met him at Toastmasters in London, and it's a signed copy. You know, I love a signed copy. It is a book that is, oh my gosh, I think it's a very well balanced story that gives you the whole history in a very concise way of how slavery got to where it got to, and the slave trade got to where it got to, and then how abolition took place. It goes from like the early 1400s. Let me just go back to the chronology page. It is here somewhere. I should have actually prepared. Oh gosh, no. So it starts. Good lord, chronology is on page 15, and now why do I keep skipping it? Okay, so on the chronology page, just so convenient and handy, it starts in 1452, and it then ends in 1833. So it's such a huge amount of history that it covers, and the title is because it's just showing the juxtaposition between the name of the ship and the use of the ship. So with Jesus, whose main message was love, and for how is that even associated with slavery? And so he does look into the church, and I think that's where the story starts, with the church, and how how the church influenced this unintentionally, and the socio and political scenarios. There were a few things that I was aware of, and a few stories that were just brilliant, and I was not aware of, and I'm so glad that it came now through this to my awareness, and how some brilliant tactical moves when it came to uprisings, and some allegiances that were strengthened and failed as a result. Honestly, Dele is an amazing person. I've met him and his wife through Toastmasters, and oh gosh, it was like reading this book felt like I was having a conversation with Dele. And while I don't know him that well and haven't known him for that long, within a short time you feel like he's your friend, and that's the same thing that you get from this book. It was a very balanced account. It wasn't just trying to push the blame onto someone. It wasn't overly emotional, but it also wasn't callous, and it gave it's very concise. I got it in May and I started reading it, but then I moved countries, and then I finished it in June, and it was so enjoyable. Anyway, a book that I would recommend.